So we're getting the green egg ready. This is the first time I'm using it since the smokehouse is completed. We're going to go ahead and use Fogo chunks, and I've got the electric igniter. I'm going to sink that down in the coals. Got my flame boss set up. The recipe that we're making tonight is a cedar planked salmon with a honey glaze that we're going to go direct grilling, so we won't use the deflector plate. I'm going to set the pit temperature up to 400, and we're going to go ahead and let that get ready. Meanwhile, we're going to go back inside and start getting the honey glaze ready and getting the salmon ready. And we've prepared some butternut squash with a little bit of butter and brown sugar. We're going to go ahead and take that out and put that on the smoker. We've also got some jasmine rice that we're going to put on the side, and I think we're going to have a nice little meal. So we're ready to go ahead with the next step of our preparation for our cedar planked salmon with the honey glaze. We've got all of our ingredients measured out here. I've got on this side, we're going to be doing the honey glaze that goes on the salmon as we smoke it. And on this side, we've got our salmon. We've got Pacific salmon. And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt and pepper on that. Get it ready. I've got cedar planks that have been soaking for about the past 4 hours in water, and they're ready. This is my thyme. So we're going to go ahead and start by putting our thyme in for our honey glaze. We're going to add a half a cup of Dijon mustard. It's so nice having these ingredients measured out. This is actually more for the video because I hardly ever cook this organized. So I hope you all appreciate it. Okay, we've got a quarter cup of honey. We've got 2 to 3 teaspoons of orange zest. We've got a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And that is our oil for brushing our planks. And then we've got a little bit of thyme that we're going to use later for our glaze. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this a little bit with the spatula. Switch over to my whisk. Oh, it looks lovely. And it smells really, really good. So we're going to have this ready to go. Now what I want to do is I want to make my dill while the salmon is in the green egg. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. First, we're going to take our planks out. We're going to put them on direct, and we're going to do them direct 3 minutes aside, and then we're going to brush them with oil and lay the salmon on them. So follow me out to the green egg and we'll get started with the next step. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now, and we've got our butternut squash that is cooking nicely. We're going to go ahead and put our planks in here right on the direct grill. There's a lot of flame right where the flame boss is blowing into the chunk pit. It's probably not the formal term, but it's what I'm going to call it. So we're going to go ahead and I just did a cardinal sin there by grabbing the handle of that butternut pot without my glove. So we're going to give this about 3 minutes on this side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip our planks. I love the look of that butternut squash. Yes, I do. Obviously these planks have been used before. We're gonna go ahead and brush them with oil. Generous coating of oil. Olive oil, that is. A little smoke in the face, never hurt anybody. Okay, now the salmon, which we had put a little bit of salt and pepper on there, it is ready for the planks. So we're gonna go ahead and put those in there nicely. You know, we really could have probably done this for 3 planks, which is okay. We can adjust on the fly. We're flexible that way. Now, here's this awesome honey glaze we made. And now the key is, brush that on there. It's a little warm where that flame's coming up. I'm gonna get this on here quick. And don't be skimpy, because you won't mind the flavor, trust me. And we are ready to let this go now for about 19 to 22 minutes. Don't you hate that in a recipe where it says 19 to 22? Last time we made this, we made it, we like our salmon medium, a little on the well side of medium. So we went 23 minutes. So I'm gonna definitely check this at 19 minutes and maybe keep going. So let's go back inside and make our dill sauce. We're back, and now we're gonna make the dill sauce. And props to my son Shane for this, because ever since I had this for the first time, I love it. It's super simple. I modified it a little bit, took his lead, and I used the stone ground mustard instead of the Dijon. And then we have lemon juice. So we've got about 1.5 tablespoons of the stone ground mustard. We've got 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and we've got 1/2 cup of sour cream. I'm also going to give it just a pinch of salt and pepper. Right here's my dill. This is also my new fan coot. I've never had a knife like this. It's a fan coot. It's on the site. By the way, just to remind everybody, if you see something either in the smoke shack or as I'm prepping, if you see something really cool that I'm using, it's probably on my site. If not, just shoot me a comment in the video, because we give to Feeding America. So everything we sell on the site, everything we get from monetized videos, we take 20% of that and it goes to Feeding America, because we eat good, and I just can't stand to know that in this country there's people that don't have food, that don't have meals. It's sad. So we've got our dill. So it's about 2 teaspoons of dill. We slice that up with my new super awesome knife. We're gonna go ahead and put that in there. And now we're gonna add our other ingredients. Sour cream. Lemon juice. And the stone ground mustard. I don't know about you, but I'm getting really hungry right now. So let's give this a little stir. And it looks like the right deal. It looks pretty good. If you haven't had dill with salmon, you really need to try this. It's pretty awesome. Let's give it a shot. Oh, yes. Missing just a pinch of salt and pepper. Okay, so Martha says we should chill this, so we better chill it while the salmon finishes up. What do you think? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and then we're gonna go check on our salmon. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and check, just because I'm like that. We are slightly into our smoke of our salmon. Things are looking really nice. You can see that we've got a little bit of a loveliness happening with our butternut squash, and the salmon is looking amazing. So let's go ahead and let it finish off. We're gonna go ahead and give the butternut squash a little bit of a stir. Got my glove on this time. So, oh my goodness, look at that. Now that, oops, well, took one for the team. That looks pretty crazy. With my Blackstone and my green egg, I really don't need anything else. Okay, we're at time and it looks like everything's ready. So we're gonna go ahead and get this off the green egg and plate it up. We'll see you back inside. Wow, this is really coming together. So the salmon is done. We pulled it in. The rice is ready. The butternut squash, I think I'm most excited about that. We've got our dill sauce that's chilled. So, you know, when I was in cooking school, I never really got high marks for plating. Just really never did it. So I'm trying to get better at that. So we're gonna go ahead and plate this up. This one's probably the most well done of all of them. I like my salmon pretty well done. And so does my wife. You can cook this 19 minutes if this is too well for you, and it won't hurt my feelings. I need to get a hot pad so that I don't burn the digits on this lovely little pot that we pulled off the green egg. So we're gonna go ahead and put the butternut squash on here. Oh man, does that look good. Butter, the brown sugar, almost not fair how good that looks. And we're gonna go ahead and get our jasmine rice, which my lovely wife Kim was kind enough to handle while I was doing the fishy stuff. All right, now let's make this really cool. A little bit of dill on our salmon. I'm not shaking, I'm just trying to be precise. Okay, oh man. And then finally, remember that thyme I mentioned earlier? Look at that, a little bit of that on the top. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hungry. So, there you go. Let's eat.